Great, thanks. Hey, everybody on the phone. Great. Thanks, everybody, for coming on the phone today. We've got such a good back office training, and you're probably wondering why you see my Sprint account in the back office. Well, what I've learned over the past couple of weeks is that although I am well versed with texting somebody our links, that people aren't understanding sometimes what to text. So I'm going to show you how I text out of my own back office with the current account that I have with Sprint, for example. So there's no difference between texting with your fingers on your phone and texting in your Sprint, for example, back office, or your AT&T, for example, back office, or your Verizon back office. So you'll have a login place. You'll want to call your phone company and determine how to get to your back office of your phone, all right? Now, there are some, maybe you're with an off-brand that does not have a back office. Well, Alan Millard, who's also on the phone with us as the other organizer today, presenter, is going to show you how he is able to, for free, text out of Google Voice, all right? You just get a quick account with Google Voice, and you're starting to text. So let me show you my back office right here. We're going to go to My Services, and this is just a service that your phone company offers, all right? And we're going to go to Messaging. In this case, you've got all these services in your back office with your current cell phone provider, depending on who they are, that you may or may not know you have. So we're going to go to Messaging. And what I've got is basically the ability to send a text right now. There it is, right there. So I've already made a text example here, and I'm using somebody's real link. And I learned you can only have 160 characters on this text, which is totally fine. So we just have to write a sentence, because I don't want to just text a link. I want to text somebody that makes them call to action to press the link. So I'm going to write, for example, check out the cool way that I'm promoting my vitamins. Click here. And you're going to copy that sentence, for example, go into your back office, and just drop it in there. I'm going to send it to a phone number. I'm going to press send. And did you hear it just go shoo? Right? And now, all of a sudden, it's in my phone right now, because I texted it to myself. So I have right here in my phone that I just sent myself. Check out the cool way that I'm promoting my vitamins. Click here. And then there's the link, which is your V-Smart replicated site. So for example, we might have, let's say Alan's. I don't know, Alan, if this is yours, but I'm just going to say it's yours. www.yourvirtualportal.net. All right? All you're doing is you're using the exact URL where your V-Smart resides, and you're putting it right into the text box. So there's no trick to any of this. There's no hidden anything. It's all very cut and dry. So let's go to our friend Bob Holmes's site, because Bob is such a hard worker. He has Marlene Fair working on so many conference calls, getting people to the table. He is just tearing it up. Let's go to his URL, for example. I'm going to reduce my screen size here, right? So you can see his. And again, there's no trick to any of this. This is the same URL that you're going to send, whether you're doing it in your back office of your current cell phone provider, or if you're doing it through your text messaging. Whenever I'm texting somebody, I just use my fingers on my phone and text it. So I realized that people weren't getting how to text the link. All right? So there's no trick to it. Now, what I am going to reveal real quick is wait till you see version 2 of the V-Smart. This that you're seeing on the screen is going to be flush left, and then you know what's going to be on the right when people go to the desktop experience or the laptop experience is going to be a capture page. So wait till you see that. It's a capture page where you can ask people to, you know, send their, pop in their email, pop in their cell phone, that kind of thing. So wait till you see that version 2 that's coming. I just gave you a little sneak peek of what your future holds. So we're adding so many different things to the V-Smart even as we speak, including a text back feature so that you're going to be able to, let's say you want to use the word, let's say Volley Bob wants to use the word Volley Bob or just Bob. He's going to be able to tell people just text the word Bob to, you know, whatever the 5-digit code is, 7777. And then automatically this V-Smart is going to come back to them. So that's a little bit of a sneak peek and a little bit of a gold nugget about what's to come here very shortly. So with that said, again, I'm going to just recap and then, because I know some more people came on the phone, and then I'm going to pass it over to Alan Millard, who's going to show you how he texts in Google Voice. So again, we are in my Sprint back office, which is, I don't pay any more or any less for these texts. As a matter of fact, this is already my current texting plan, and I just added international texting for $10, unlimited international texting for $10 through my Sprint account. So with that said, we're just doing the messaging right here, and you just set up a new message and you're off and running. There's your text message. You could send these out all day, right? So with that said, it's really just that simple. And I'm going to pass it over to Alan Millard, who's going to show us how simple it is in Google Voice. And then what we'll do is we'll just open it up for some questions to see if we have answered everything for you on this call. So back to you, Alan.
Thanks, Colleen. That is amazing, and I bet many people do not realize they have those features in their cell plan, regardless if it's Sprint or Verizon or, you know, Mobile One or what, you know, all the other different carriers. But what I've got, and this is something that you may or may not know with the with your Gmail accounts. Can you see my screen?
Yes, but I don't see Gmail. I just see, oh, there we are. There's your Gmail. Thank you.
Okay. So it's opened up, and these are all voicemails that have come in. I use, you know, I'm on the computer all day basically, so I'm you know, using this phone number that comes with my Gmail account through Google Voice. And how you get that, you come up here to the More tab up at the top and click on Even More. And it opens up the Google page, and if you page down over here on the right, it has Google Voice. And when you click on Google Voice, it'll open it up, and you know, it'll give you the history and things, but there's settings over here on the side. When you first get in here, you need to sign up and everything, but it's very easy if you're in the United States. I believe it's only U.S. based currently, but it's free. And I text, I call, I receive texts, I receive calls, and it's right through my computer. So if you've got a microphone, you can use, you know, Google Voice very easily. You know, you just click on the text box here, put in the number, and then the message. All right? Or if you wanted to call, you just click on the call, you put in the number, and connect. What I do then is whenever I get a message or a phone call, it'll actually come into my, like this phone right here. Can you see where my mouse is? There's a phone right there. So I can pop up that, and I can bring in, you know, type in a phone number there and hit call. Or if I've already have a text in here, like I've got a a label filter over here for SMS, which is text messages. Like here's a message here. I hope you're having a good Friday. Okay. I can just go in here and hit reply to that text right in my email, type hey, hit send, and away it goes. So those text messages, if you monitor it, if you deal with it in the settings, there's ways that you can set it up where you can forward those text messages and phone calls right to your inbox of your Gmail account. And that's what I do to monitor, you know, all the text messaging that I do and the phone calls that I have, you know, going out or coming in. I'm not even using a cell phone right now. I'm using Google Voice. So other than that,
Alan, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. And it's free, you said, right?
yep. And I don't know if, I know Google has said it's going to be free through 2012, and, you know, now it's 2013, and I'm still not paying for anything, so.
Well, and also, you know what, we can also talk about there's different apps that people can download on their phone. I'm thinking about it. I mean, there's so many ways to text for free right now that there's another one called Viber, V like victory, I-B-E-R, Viber.com. And that one you can text internationally for free, but the only thing is the person on the other end has to also have Viber, and it makes it free international texting even. So I guess what Alan and I want to explain to you today is there are so many different ways that are either free or cost-effective or something that, you know, is piggybacking something you already have, because there's so many ways to text that we realized that that wasn't apparent to everybody. That's why we thought this training was so important today. So with that said, Alan, how about we open up the phones and let's see if anybody has questions, because I think we did a nice job of explaining it, but maybe our audience can ask us more.
Yeah, the one thing we all have to remember at this point, unless you're collecting, you know, telephone numbers from other people, all we can text are people that we've already have in our contacts, regardless if it's, you know, in your cell phone right now, in your contacts that you can text. Because you got to be careful, just like the, you know, the do not call list for, you know, regular businesses. You've got to be careful. There's been some hefty fines in the text messaging. I mean, if you do a Google search for like Papa John's or some other companies, they've been, I think it was, someone mentioned it to me that it was $500 fine per occurrence. So
if you're spamming, yeah, if you're spamming.
Yes.
So let's open it up and see if anybody has questions. I know there's a bunch of people on the line. Can you guys come off mute and ask any questions? Or maybe it's just so self-explanatory nobody has questions.
Helen, are you there?
Hello?
Hello. Who's this?
Elvis?
Hi, Elvis.
How you doing today?
I'm doing incredible.
Awesome.
Elvis, you're in Ohio, aren't you, Elvis?
Yes.
I'm from Cleveland originally.
Okay, I just wanted to know will these recordings be in our back office?
Yes, you're going to see it. Yep, you're going to see it. If you go to videos, it's the very last, matter of fact, I'm going to show you. Hey, Alan, would you mind passing the tool back to me, please? I'm going to show you exactly where it is, Elvis. Basically, we've got it interfaced with YouTube. Hold on, and I'll get you there. I'm going to just log into my back office, Elvis. My back office is a little bit different from everyone else's, but you'll get the same idea. All right, so here's a back office. And if you go to the very bottom, on your left, Videos Marketing, you click here and there's the YouTube channel. So every time we upload something to YouTube, which this will then be uploaded, you're going to see it on top here. And then if you want to close it out, it has opened up another window. You just go ahead and close it out. And now you're back to your back office.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Elvis. Good question. What other questions do we have? Alan, are you seeing any more questions on there, or do you think we're good to go?
I don't see any questions listed. Does anybody else have any questions? I guess we just too good of a job, Colleen.
I think we did, and it's really simple stuff. So you know, it's not rocket science. It's just really educating people that this facility exists to them with, chances are, their phone company that they already have, you know.
Right.
So with that said, let's just wrap it up then. And thank everybody. We have another call tonight at 9:30 tonight. I believe tonight's an opportunity call. So what you want to do is you want to be texting everybody before this evening. Text them your message and ask them to get on the call, right? And I'm going to recap with one neat, or I'm going to end with one really neat story. I got a call yesterday because there's somebody out there who is doing such a great job of marketing our product. I mean, a fantastic job. And the amount of contacts he has is crazy. Matter of fact, it's Volleybob. I'm just going to tell you, why am I keeping it a secret? It's Volleybob. And he is marketing the heck out of our stuff and has asked me if I'll talk to some pretty big people that he knows in networking. And so I said, when the person called me, they said, you know, give me your elevator pitch. And I said, you know what, I'm not going to give you my elevator pitch. We're going to hang up right now. I'm going to text you a link. I want you to open the link, please, and I want you to press the buttons for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to call you back. And that was it. And I called him back 5 minutes later, and he says, oh my gosh, I can't believe what I'm seeing. How do I get involved? So I encourage you, it is that simple. People call me all the time and say, how do I pitch this? I'll talk about a portal, and I'll talk about the icons, and I'll talk about the video, and I'll talk about the texting. And I go, please don't say any of it. Just text them your V-Smart. So please, please understand what happens. What happened when every single person got their V-Smart on this phone? You know how you reacted. Let the tool do the selling for you. There's no reason for you to even have to pitch it to anybody verbally. The duplication is built in. So the more people you can get the V-Smart in the hands of, the quicker you're going to grow your team. That's just the way it works. So with that said, I'm going to sign off now, and I'll see everybody at 9:30. Everybody get to texting your V-Smarts to people. And we'll see you on the call tonight at 9:30. Thanks.